This is Tobin Wagstaff. Today what I'm going to talk about in this video is drum stroking technique. And I'm not talking about how you're holding the stick so much. That's I address that in other videos. But whether we're playing down into the drum versus playing up out of the drum. For different drums you may do different things. But in general, if you're playing a percussion instrument that needs to ring, you don't want to play down into it. Let me try to explain it this way. Let's say this is your percussion instrument, this stick here. If you play down into it, like that, the amount of time that this is making contact with your instrument is actually greater than if you play up out of it, like that. When I'm playing up out of it like this, I'm letting it rebound freely out of the instrument. When I play down into it, I'm holding it down into it, pushing the sound through the instrument. So when I am playing a drum, like a snare drum for instance, I have a drum head here, I have a shell, I have another drum head, and now I have some wires, some snare wires. I want to make all four of these resonate for this drum to reach its maximum potential for sound quality. Now whether it's good sound quality or bad sound quality has to do with like how it's tuned and preferences and things like that. But what I want to do, this is my goal for this being a snare drum, is I want to make everything in this drum resonate. And so in order to do that, I need to play kind of into it. And I know that with the audio quality that I have here, you're not going to hear all these differences without being here in the room or having a high quality microphone on it. But when I'm playing down like this, I'm increasing the amount of time that this is making contact with this drum head so that that full contact is resonating throughout the whole instrument, and I'm maximizing the sound quality of this drum. If I turn the snares off, the concept's still the same. I'm trying to make this drum head resonate, this shell resonate, and the wires, or not the wires, the drum head on the bottom resonate, to have a full-bodied drum sound. Now if I was playing a concert tom-tom, for instance, they are set up with a top head, a shell, and that's it. There's no bottom head, there's no snare wires on it. So with a concert tom-tom, if I want a deep, heavy sound out of it, I would play down into the drum like I'm doing this snare drum. But if I wanted a lighter sound and more of a drum head sound, which actually has the pitch part, I would play up out of it like this. So sometimes even when you're playing a snare drum, you might want to play with a heavier sound and play down into it. Or sometimes you might want a lighter sound, in which case you would play up out of it. So you actually heard me in that little phrase play up out of the drum and down into the drum in the same phrase. And so maybe if you listen back to it, you could hear the difference. But playing down in the instrument is going to give you a fuller sound for a drum, or something that you want the whole thing to resonate. If you pull the sound out of it, you're going to get more of whatever's on the top. So this up type of playing, this is exactly what you would use on like cymbals or mouth instruments where you want the bars to ring, or timpani where you want the drum head to ring. But if you want a thuddier sound on any of those instruments, you just play down into it more. So you can visit me on my website at tobinwagstaff.com or youtube.com/tobinwagstaffmusic or facebook.com/tobinwagstaffmusic. Thanks.